What's up, everybody? My name is Michael Allen, and this is the Movie Minute. This episode of the Movie Minute, we are talking about the new Jurassic reboot, Jurassic World Rebirth. So, if you're looking for a non-spoiler review from a filmmaker perspective, let's jump on in. Man, I am a massive Jurassic Park superfan. And when I say I'm a superfan, I mean, I've been talking with friends this week about things like I have seen Jurassic Park, the original, probably 500 plus times, maybe more. I mean, it's something I literally watch maybe every month, maybe even more than that. It is my favorite movie of all time. I understand it's not the best movie of all time, but it is my personal favorite movie of all time. I can also accept that the movies have gotten progressively bad. Jurassic Park, the original, was amazing. I mean, it literally, I think, is a top 10 film of all time. The way it changed the industry, all the things that it did, how it mixed CGI with practical effects, Spielberg, just, it's brilliant. And David Koepp with the script, which we'll get to. I mean, it just is such a good adapted film from the Michael Crichton book. After that, it gets a bit dicey. I really love Lost World. I love Jurassic Park 3, but I can admit that the movies are not great. Like, they are underdeveloped. They just don't flow super well all the time, but I still enjoy them. And I would argue that they all tell coherent stories. Like, we still deeply care for the characters that are in those stories. I would say the same for Jurassic World with Chris Pratt, the first one. I think it was fun, and we cared about the characters, and they told a, like, interesting story, right? I don't know if I can say the same for Fallen Kingdom, and Dominion was pretty bad. I mean, I think Dominion, in my mind, was the worst, and it was redeemed only because I love the original cast being in the film, even though the film itself is jumbled and long, and just, it didn't really work. The general gist of the story of Jurassic World Rebirth is it's set 5 years after Dominion, and dinosaurs were introduced into the world, and now they're already dying off, which is anticlimactic, if you ask me. And they've all kind of focused on living near the equator, and these zones have become places where you just aren't allowed. All the governments push everybody out, but there are genetically modified creatures on these islands. This medical group has discovered that if they go and get DNA samples from the dinos on the islands in this restricted zone, that they can make possible breakthroughs in medicine. And so they send a team to go and retrieve those assets. That is the gist of the movie, so let's jump in and talk about what I liked. I'm going to be completely honest and say that this film was hard to watch for me. It was pretty disappointing. There were still some good things about the film, though. I think that the action sequences with the dinosaurs were well done. I mean, all the sequences with dinosaurs on screen are fun. You're like, oh, this is fun. It's enjoyable. I'm enjoying myself in these moments. Not much else was enjoyable other than that. I mean, the world is beautiful, beautifully built. The cinematography is also really well done, and the sound is good too. Like, they're using a lot of that nostalgia, a lot of that original soundtrack. I think that of everybody in the movie, I think Jonathan Bailey gave probably the most intriguing performance. I was most connected to him and cared mostly about what he was experiencing throughout the film, but there's a lot of characters in this, so let's jump in and talk about a few of the things that I didn't like. I hated so much about this film. I can't even say all of the things. I mean, it is so much. I've literally gotten in arguments with friends this week about this, of just how terrible this film was. And it's shocking because David Koepp wrote this. He wrote the first. And I thought because he's writing this, maybe we would, you know, see something great. This film was garbage. I mean, from a story standpoint, so much didn't make sense. There's so many story elements that I can't tell you because I don't want to spoil the movie. Not that there's a lot to spoil, but so many of the characters and the plot points just don't make any sense. I leaned over to my friend 30 minutes into the movie and said, this is the worst Jurassic Park script of all of them. And I stand by that. It is the worst script in the entire series. It's like they wrote two different movies and slapped them together and were like, this should be able to work, and it did not. It was slow, it was clunky, and oh my gosh, the dinosaurs, like, The whole point of this is we want to see dinosaurs in action, right? We want to see them because that's the magic, is that we don't get to see dinosaurs, so we're getting to see dinosaurs. This whole angle that they've taken with the genetic manipulation and they're creating monsters instead of dinosaurs is just stupid. And it's the same, I think, for Fallen Kingdom and Dominion as well. The dinosaurs that are these mutant alien type dinosaurs, it just doesn't work. It's stupid. And on top of that, they've moved completely away from using practical effects in these movies. And that is what made the early Jurassic Park special. It was a mix of CGI and practical effects. That's what made them so real. And there's still this element where you're like, these creatures are CGI. They don't feel real. That OG T-Rex that we see in Jurassic Park 1 looks better than the T-Rex in this movie. That's just the reality. And it's because it was a mix of VFX and practical effects. And they don't do that in this movie, and you lose a lot with that. I'm sorry if I'm ranting a lot. Like, this movie just really, honestly, ticked me off. Like, because in terms of character development, in all the previous movies, there are characters you care about. And you care about them because they have motivations that have been explained in the story to you. This movie basically wants you to care about the characters for no reason at all. And they use single lines of manipulative dialogue like "my friend died" or "this thing happened." We don't know anything about that person. We don't know anything about the situation, but they're wanting us to feel deeply for these people and like watch them cry on a boat because something happened to them in their life that we know nothing about. You have to tell your audience like what to feel through situations. We have to know why that thing happened to care about it. We have to know who that person was to care about that person. These are all new characters to us, and we don't care about any of them. As well as these characters all make stupid decisions. Dumb decisions are very common in Jurassic Park movies, but there are a lot of logical decisions that happen in Jurassic Park movies that make it real. There are so many illogical situations that happen in this in terms of human decision-making that I rolled my eyes multiple times. It is so stupid. Like I said, I could talk forever about how bad this movie was. It's terrible. It's right there with Dominion, I think. It's crazy to me that people are talking about how good this movie was. It's not. It's just not. I mean, you can enjoy the movie, but it's not a good movie. Just like some of the other Jurassic Parks aren't good. So from an entertainment standpoint, I mean, I'll be generous and give it a 6 out of 10 for entertainment. And the 6 is basically like 2 or 3 sequences that I was like, this is cool. From a critic standpoint, I mean, so much of this movie was terrible. Very little stood out. I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10 for critics rating just because they made a movie. It's hard for me to give lower than a 4 a lot of the times, and so good job. You guys made a movie. But you kind of ruined so much of the world and what's special about Jurassic Park. So, I mean, averaged out 5 out of 10 for me for Jurassic Park Rebirth. I could not have enjoyed this movie less, I think. I mean, maybe I could have, but it was so utterly disappointing. It is the most disappointing movie I've seen this year, hands down. So from a badge standpoint, this film is easily a dumpster fire. It is a flaming pile of garbage, just kind of like Dominion was. But at least Dominion I can still watch because it has the original cast and be like, wow, this is fun. I don't know how often I'll watch this movie again, to be completely honest. Like, I'd be perfectly fine never watching this movie again. And that makes me so sad as a super Jurassic Park fan. At the end of the day, Jurassic Park Rebirth continues its descent down into depression. This film was bad. There's no reason to see this film. Go see F1. So much more fun, engaging characters, engaging story. Like, you go see this movie because you want to see dinosaurs, and they're not even that impressive. I'm so depressed about this movie. What a letdown. If you like this review, hit that like button, subscribe. Would love to have you on this movie journey with me. I promise I'm not always this sad. And until next time, everybody, peace out.